Usted ha leído probablemente Wendy Moore, es novia de Ace entre 1998 y 2001. Libro Into the Void. ¿Cuál es su opinión al respecto?
Oh, the Wendy Moore book, Into the Void. Yeah, I read it. It was entertaining, and I could see from what I know, with Ace, and it's pretty much true what she wrote, probably. I don't see anything out of the ordinary in the book that would be not true. Yeah, so I mean, it's worth a read. It's a good book. If you read Ace's book, No Regrets, Wendy Moore's book, Into the Void, and Kiss and Tell, you'll get a much bigger picture of what Ace is all about.
Después de tantos años, ¿qué recuerdos tienes del tiempo que pasó con Ace? ¿Alguna vez en contacto con él otra vez?
Well, I mean, the years I hung out with Ace, it was many years, 8, 10 years, almost 10 years. We had good times. They kind of got ruined because of the Rock Soldiers Incorporated problem. Ace was a roller coaster with himself, and he couldn't handle the drug addiction and the alcoholism, which was a big problem. We had to deal with it. I never had a problem with alcohol, and I never had a drug. I never did drugs, so I was trying to be a good influence on Ace and try to lead him down, a good road. I mean, I wasn't a goody-good shoe, I mean, when we went out, we had fun, hanging out with girls. Jamming with the bands. We had a lot of common interests. We were into the space program. We were into science and things like that. And we had good discussions. And sports. We were big time into sports. So, we had a lot of common interests. And it was unfortunate that the drugs and alcohol was a problem with Ace, because that's kind of ruined some of the good times that we had. Did I ever contact him again? No. And no desire to either. I mean, our time is done, as friends. I don't see a reason to be friends again. It's the way it goes, Everybody has an Ace Frehley in their lives. You have a friend that's kind of a bit a screw-up, but you try to stay friends with them and try to help them and things like that. And then sometimes you get to a point where you had enough, and then you move on. So I guess I moved on, and Ace was moved on, I guess,
A partir de hoy, se mantiene en contacto con John Regan, Scarlett Rich, Anton Fig o cualquiera de los otros músicos con quienes ha compartido giras y experiencias.
I stayed in touch with them, yeah, through Facebook. I've spoken to John Regan on the phone a couple of times. Richie Scarlett, his wife, sends me messages when Richie's performing anywhere. I haven't seen Richie in many years. Anton Fig I see pretty much at the NAMM shows in California. I'm trying to think the other musicians that were associated with Ace. I think that's what you're talking about. Eddie Ojeda from Twisted Sister, I still stay in touch with. The smarter musician friends never took sides, with it. And the lower musicians that kind of kissed Ace's ass, so to speak, those are the guys that kind of took sides and thought I was like, if I hang out with you, Ace won't be my friend anymore, and this and that. But the other guys that, at the higher level, they remained friends with me, and they remained friends with Ace also. I never got the people that took sides, and then said, I can't be your friend no more. And then later on, I mean, it's been many years, they emailed me over time and said, Ace never really gave a crap about me, I'm sorry, or they apologized or something like that. Because they realized they lost a good friend in me, and I cherish my friends.
Después de haber dejado The Kiss de nuevo en 2002, hace pasado muchos años lejos de la escena musical, y por suerte para los aficionados tuvo un gran regreso con Anomaly, y parece que esta vez está decidido a mantenerse sobrios. En cuanto a su presente, ¿le gustaría reunirse con él de nuevo, más allá de todos los problemas que has tenido?
Yeah, I think I answered that one already. I really don't have any interest in hanging out with Ace again. I know it's hard for Kiss fan to understand that. We had our time.
¿Qué consejo le han dado hace 20 años y qué le dirías hoy?
I advised Ace all the time 20 years ago. I mean, if you look on YouTube, you'll see some of the tough times I had with Ace trying to advise him. You know, with money, with the drinking.
If I can't ask you about money,
No, you're the worst with fucking money, and I'll tell you.
and you're the worst.
He laughs at me
The
now.
interpreting of the fucking money.
He laughs at me.
Both of you.
I told you he was like this.
I told you you should have fucking put a handle on the fucking money, gave him whatever he had, and then at the end of the really busted his balls, and at the end of the tour say, "Here, Ace, I got a whole bunch of money for you. Pay all your fucking bills off,
right.
and you'll be fucking happy."
And you ask
You're
me
the worst
questions,
with money. You're the worst for giving him the fucking money and
And you
telling him
ask
what
me
the
questions
figures
different
were.
times, and then
I never looked at Ace and went, "Oh, it's Ace Frehley from Kiss." I wasn't in awe of him at all. We were friends, peers, one-on-one. I considered myself trying to be a role model for him, being sober and trying to be a good musician and work hard. And I don't think just because Ace had this huge success with Kiss, you know, people would think that, you know, I'd be in like starstruck, and that's one thing. I was never starstruck with Ace, and you can see that in some of the YouTube videos.
I wouldn't know because I'm not over your shoulder every day.
That's right. And what did I tell you from day one?
What?
What did I tell you from day one when you started a relationship with him?
I don't remember.
I told you to look over his shoulder like a motherfucker.
I'm yelling at Ace, you know, and he never listened.
He's not willing to fucking get me a bank loan, even. He's not
That's
willing
not
to
the-
co-sign
that's not
a
a
loan
problem
for me.
solver. That's You're not. his best friend. Would you give him back one?
No.
Because of that ego he had, he wouldn't listen. So his own ego was his problem with trying to get advice from his friends or anything like that. Ace didn't realize how much of a good friend I was, and it's unfortunate. You know. What advice would I give him today? He didn't listen to me 20 years ago. Why would he listen to me today? Ace is Ace. You know.
¿Cuál es el mejor recuerdo que le guarda de Ace? Nosotros nos estamos refiriendo a algo material, sino más bien un agradable momento que vivimos juntos.
My best memory with Ace, that's why I wrote the book Kiss and Tell, because there were so many. I know the book is written in a negative light, and it's all in hindsight, why did I do this, why did I do that? That's because the Rock Soldier incident kind of ruined all those good memories. Some of the good times I could, off the top of my head, was playing with Motley Crue. That was great. Playing, jamming at the Cat Club, jamming with Ace with Joey Ramone. That was a good time. Working with him in the studio, being creative and writing and recording and playing. Those were all good times also. So hanging out, having fun with girls, that was always fun. There was a lot of good times. But in the end, taking care of them, drinking and the drugs and everything, and there was a price to pay all the time with all those good times.
Ace ha publicado recientemente No Regrets. Su autobiografía, ¿no la va a leer?
Do I plan on reading Ace's book, No Regrets? Of course. Of course I'm going to read it. I did read excerpts from it, and I know he's got a lot of stories wrong. The title, No Regrets, is awful. I think it's poor on Ace's part for saying that he has no regrets on all his actions. He kind of screwed over the fans, he screwed over Kiss, he screwed over his friends, his family, and then write a book and it's titled No Regrets. That's like a big F-U to everybody. It's a big F-U to Gene and Paul, the Kiss fans. He doesn't regret his actions. I mean, drinking and driving, wrecking the cars. Anton Fig got hurt. in one of the wrecks, and then he says no regrets. He should have named his book No Conscience. I think he has this rock star mentality, and that from back in the day, that always rock stars are above other people when it comes to their actions, are always forgivable and things like that. And I think that was Ace's downfall with the alcohol and the drugs. That that's what rock stars are supposed to do. The DeLorean story, he's got all the facts wrong there. And I know John Ostrowski and Joe, I don't know Joe's last name, that they were the ghost writers. They did all the work in the book, I could tell already from what I read. And they had to do a lot of research, so I don't see Ace remembering much. From the little bit I did read, the excerpts of the chapters that I did read, Ace wasn't correct in any of it, and then there was a lot of big FUs in it to all his friends, family, and I don't get it. I don't know where Ace is coming from, inside himself, his spirit, when he writes a book called No Regrets, when he should have a lot of. Either it's subconscious that he has a lot of regrets, or he truly doesn't give a shit.
Lo que está en la actualidad y hasta y cuáles son sus planes para el futuro.
Just did Marty Ballin. I did a DVD live at the Hatch Shell in Boston. I played a concert with Marty. He was with Jefferson Starship and Jefferson Airplane. I worked with Liberty DeVito, great drummer, great guy. I worked with Angel. I did the Sweden Rock Festival with them years ago, and I replaced Greg Giuffria in that band. That was cool. And I have a book coming out called On a Wing and a Prayer with Angel. That should be coming out shortly. And I have another book coming out called Kiss Stalker Unmasked. That should be great. Kiss fans are going to love this book. So I've been doing books, I've been playing, performing. I just came back from Helsinki, Finland, from the Kiss Expo there, and I've been contacted from Russia to do Kiss Expos there in Moscow, Kiev, and St. Petersburg, and I look forward to meeting Russian Kiss fans, and hopefully I get to meet the Argentinian Kiss fans. I'd love to come down and meet you guys face to face, and so keep me posted. Let me know. A lot of things going on in my future. Working a lot.
Gordon, una vez más, muchas gracias por su tiempo.
I want to thank Kiss Army Argentina for all the questions, and Kiss Army Argentina. I love you guys, and I really appreciate your interest in the Kiss and Tell books and the and myself, and it's an honor and a privilege, and like I said, hopefully I get to meet you people. All right, take care. Thank you. Muchas gracias, Kiss Army Argentina. Thank you.